Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how I make this eggnog butterfinger pound cake. So yeah, it's very extra like me, but this cake was very delicious and moist and easy to make. So let's get into the recipe. First, I'm going to cream my cream cheese, butter, and sugar together for about a minute or two to get it nice and fluffy. Everything is room temperature, so you know the butter is kind of soft. The eggs. The cream cheese is softened. So this is actually the exact recipe to my Moscato pound cake recipe, except for this I'm using eggnog and I'm using the ButterFinger. And so if you want a plain, just flat out plain pound cake, just don't add the ButterFinger. That's it. Don't add the ButterFinger. You're good. After I get the cream cheese and butter nice and fluffy, now I'm going to start adding my eggs two at a time and until I get it all incorporated, and then I'm going to move on. So these are my last two eggs right here, and once I'm done with that, and now I'm going to add the eggnog. Now the eggnog, eggnog is the same as just milk and eggs. So it's more so like a little hint of flavor with the eggnog versus, not using it. Next, I'm going to add a hefty tablespoon of vanilla, and now I'm going to add my flour mixture, which is my flour, my salt, and my baking powder, and I added it half at a time. Remember, all ingredient measurements will be in my description box. It's written in my description box. So, if you need it, it's in my where? Description box. Alright, so to my well-greased baking pan, I'm going to add some of the batter down. Probably about 2 cups of the batter down on here. You'll understand how much to add, especially depending on the size and the shape of your pan. Next, on top of that, I'm going to put a healthy layer of the ButterFinger. Just sprinkle it all over. Again, if you do not like these flavor profiles, leave it off. It's simple. The cake batter is spot on by itself. And then you're going to add another layer on top of the ButterFinger and spread it out really, really well. This batter actually makes 2 cakes. So you can make more than 1 cake with this mixture, which I'm about to show you in just a second. And you want to spread it out just like this. However, my first baking pan is pretty big and deep, so it wasn't that much left in my mixing bowl. It was some, but So anyway, right here is for people that don't want to layer the ButterFinger. Maybe you wanted it in your batter. And so this is an example of what it would look like if you mix the ButterFinger into your batter. And now I'm going to put this mixture in my bundt pan. Hindsight, I don't even know why I didn't make the bundt pan the star of the actual cake, but it's fine. It works out. And then you're going to put it down in here like I'm doing here and pop it in the oven. Make sure your pans are well greased, you guys. You have to grease it. Use a spray, butter, anything you have. This is the bundt cake. It was finished first because, as you guys know, wasn't that much batter in there. I am going to cut this one open and show you everything because I'm actually going to give the other cake away, but I'm still going to slice that one. So first of all, I noticed the ButterFinger. You can see it all throughout the cake. This cake is so moist. I love this recipe because it's fail proof and it never lets me down. As long as you don't over mix after you add the flour, the cake is spot on, like spot on. And this is just so beautiful. It's moist, it's delicious, it's crummy, it stays together. It's not, rock, let me not say that word on here, but you guys get my point. And you can see the ButterFinger all throughout the cake. All right, so the first cake is officially done. I had a little crack on the top because I covered it after I took it out. I totally forgot not to cover the cake too soon because it will come off on the parchment paper or the aluminum foil, but it doesn't matter because I'm adding this glaze, which is powdered sugar, milk, cream cheese, vanilla. That's it. This is the consistency you get. Remember, everything will be in my description box. You want to smear it or drizzle it all over the cake. You don't have to make it perfect. I never do because I like the little, imperfections on the cake. It shows that it's homemade. And so this is how it looks. You just let it trickle down and you're good. Next, I'm just going to sprinkle the ButterFinger all over top. And that's it. Ain't that cute? But yeah, it was good. It was very pretty. If you pull this out on your Thanksgiving table, you're definitely going to get the wow, that's pretty. That looks good. That looks delicious. So, and that's what you want. Who wants a boring cake? No one does. You can see the ButterFinger through the middle of the cake. As you see here, it's moist. It's easy to slice through. And again, I'm giving this cake to my mother-in-law, so I'm not going to do the most and play around with it too much. I just wanted to show y'all real quick. That's why I showed y'all the texture with the other cake. And so, yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I love you for your support. And I will catch you on my next video, which will probably be tomorrow. Bye, y'all.